Welcome back, Devils fans. And the New Jersey Devils kept clawing and clawing and clawing and clawed their way to a 4-3 victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight at The Rock. And friends, I'd be remiss if I didn't just start this program off with a little
give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
I don't know where all the haters, listen, guys, I'm going to take it easy on you. But Timo Meier is officially back, my friends. That is right. Timo is officially back. 4 goals in his last 3 games, including the overtime thrilling winner tonight, finishing off a breakaway. And guys, whew. The blood pressure was through the roof again tonight. This Devils squad does not do themselves any favors on this season, and it seems like we want to be the comeback kids. We hardly ever score first, and we always got to claw back. No different tonight. Go down 1-0, tie the game at 1. Go down 2-1, tie it at 2. Go down 3-2 late, which seemed like it was going to be an absolute backbreaker. And then in dramatic fashion, Lukey boy ties it up at 3. And then obviously the overtime winner. But let's just start it all at the beginning. Let's start it all at the beginning. Let's look at the score sheet here. First period, didn't take long for us to be in a 1-0 hole. Bean scores, giving them the 1-0 lead. And then about 4 minutes later, 3.5 minutes later, a beautiful little play. Dawson Halla connecting to Palat for the first goal of the game for the Devils, tying it up at 1. And then Danforth scores in the second period, and we're down 2-1. And then Mercer in the third with an absolute ripper. Absolute ripper to tie it up. And then what I thought was going to be the backbreaker, the third Columbus goal. I know I've been hard on VTech all season. I'm trying to, a New Year's resolution of mine is to be more positive in life, and especially regarding the Devils, and more specifically regarding the goaltending. And I'm sorry, guys, that third goal that VTech gave up when Siegenthaler made a horrific play, absolutely horrific play by Siegenthaler, but the puck was kind of sitting there for the taking, it seemed, and Vanacek made a terrible poke attempt or whatever he did there, and it just slid right underneath him. That's just an absolute atrocious goal. You cannot let goals like that, and especially late in a tie hockey game, you got to have that save, and I'm not going to harp on it, but that was just an absolute horrific goal against our boys tonight. That was just, and I, at that point, you guys know, I was going to the liquor cabinet. I thought I was going to be drowning my sorrows post-game. But the never say die New Jersey Devils, with the empty net, Luke Hughes with an amazing single-man effort to come dancing in and score a beautiful goal to tie it up at 3, secure us a point on home ice, and send us to the overtime period. And that overtime, I'm so used to McLeod winning the draws and us starting on offense in overtime. The Devils are absolutely lethal in overtime. And when you lose the draw and then the other team does the constant retreat and pass it backwards and reset, it kind of sucked. Like the majority of Jack's first shift was basically spent on defense, essentially. That draw in overtime is so crucial. But didn't matter. Columbus had their couple little chances, and then Timo gets sprung. And Timo makes them pay. It is Timo time, my friends. Timo time. This is the man we traded for. This is the man we gave a monster extension to. This is the player that will be a crucial member of a Stanley Cup run for our New Jersey Devils. Again, guys, I understand he got off to a slow start, and a lot of you completely ignored the injury and said he should have been playing, whatever. That's neither here nor there. The fact is the guy was out with injury, and it was a nagging injury that he played through, maybe to the detriment of the hockey club. But either way, it definitely seems like he is on the road to recovery or recovered and is more and more looking like the guy we were hoping to get, coming up big in big situations, and no situation bigger than overtime. Timo buries the chance, gets us the win and the 2 points, and there's not much more I can say about it. Bravo, Timo Meier. I believe in you. I always believed in you, and hopefully you keep it going, and hopefully, the rest of the fan base comes back around, and that Timo had a little rough stretch, but the guy we all wanted is here. Timo is back. Timo is back. In other interesting news, and I kind of thought this was coming at some point, it seems like Akira Schmid might be being sent to Utica. I mean, I don't know what the long-term plan is. A lot of details have come out, but obviously, as everyone saw, Dawes got called up. Nico Dawes called up to the big club today and backed up Vanacek in tonight's game. And for a minute there, when Vanacek took like a high shot, a little stinger up high, it looked like we might see Dawes in game action in his first game called up. But Vanacek got past whatever the little stinger was that he had and continued to play on. But Dawes was definitely getting ready and thought he was going to be thrust into the game. Didn't turn out that way, but I'm very curious to see what the plans are coming up. We're in Ottawa Friday night and Boston Saturday night. I don't think Lindy is going to play VTech back-to-back with those two games. You never know. At this point, the way the goaltending has been handled, I've been baffled plenty of times this season, so I guess I wouldn't be totally shocked if that happens. But conventional wisdom would tell you that if Dawes is still up with the club, I imagine he gets a start Friday in Ottawa or Saturday in Boston. Being that Boston is the better team, I would lean towards the coaching staff having more faith in V and giving Dawes the start Friday in Ottawa and playing V Saturday in Boston. It'll be very interesting to see how that all shakes out. I'm very interested in seeing what Dawes could bring to the net. We are in dire need of solid goaltending. A couple people have ripped on me for not being fair and praising Vanacek. Again, tonight I don't think was a spectacular outing by him. If I had to give him a letter grade, that's a tough one. I got to think about that. I'll put something in the comments about that. I really have to analyze. He did make some really big saves at crucial moments, but to me, it all just gets negated when, that third goal was just you can't let that in. And not to mention, he got beat clean on several other shots. I think Columbus rang like 3 posts in a matter of a few minutes, like shots that were all blown by him and they hit the post. So he easily could have given up a lot more tonight. He got a little lucky with some of those posts there, but he played good enough to win. He got us the win, and he also played good enough to lose as well. It seemed like that last goal was going to be the backbreaker. Luckily, this high-flying, potent offense and our high-flying offensive defenseman, namely Luke Hughes, found a way to make it happen tonight, and we got the W. And again, these are games that you got to win. You got to win these games. We've already given away way too many points, especially at home, and now these close games, we got to win them. But wow, this New Jersey Devils team really loves playing in tight games. They really like playing in tight games. And the other thing about this team is that even when we're down 2, maybe not so much in the past couple weeks, but in the past couple years, because of the weapons we have on offense, we've made 2 and 3 goal leads erase them like that. Like they could come back and strike and get a bunch of goals quick. The last couple weeks, it hasn't seemed to be working like that quite as much, but they've clawed back from behind plenty of times. And so not a position you always want to be in. Obviously, we'd like to play with the lead sometimes, but it is a nice luxury to know that you do have the firepower to come back should you put yourself in a hole early. And tonight, they trailed pretty much the whole game. 1-0, then it was tied. Then down 2-1, tied it up. Then down 3-2, tied it up. So, the never say die New Jersey Devils, folks. I am super pumped. This is a win like this. The roller coaster of emotions these guys bring me on a nightly basis when they play. I might have to go see the cardiologist. Some chest pains and things of that nature. But let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game. What do you think is going to happen with the weekend starts? Do you guys want to see Dawes? If so, what game do you think he should play? Yeah, any other comments or thoughts about the game tonight? I mean, is it possible that there's a trade brewing? I mean, there was a rumor on Twitter or X. I'm sorry, X. It's going to take me a while to get used to that. There was a rumor, someone was posting that Askarov came up, got called up as well, and it wasn't a coincidence that him and Dawes were both up at the same time. So it seems like they're trying to infer some sort of potential trade. I don't know if that meant directly involving Dawes or maybe Schmid, or I don't know necessarily what the cryptic internets were trying to allude to there. But does anyone think there's a trade in the works? I mean, I've said it for weeks now. We need a goalie. If we ride into the playoffs, and it's just hard. I'm trying to be more positive, guys. I'm trying to be more positive, but after that third goal, it's like the positivity just gets sucked out of me because I can only be positive for so long, and that third goal really was just terrible. It really was. But in recap, huge 2 points for the New Jersey Devils in their last home game of the calendar year 2023. Timo continues to be hot. Luke shows a little bit of his explosive playmaking ability late in the third. And that's all she wrote. The New Jersey Devils, baby. 4-3. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go